and I'm really honored and proud to have my special guest tonight, Mr. Kaye, the traveling troubadour. Welcome, Chris.
Hello.
Hello.
I have admired you from afar.
Oh, you're the one there.
You're such a great songwriter.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You've got a few of your own.
Yes, I do. And I'm so happy to be here to share them today.
All right. Well, let's get to it.
All right. Well, here's one I seem to be starting every show I do lately with this one. This is my hometown, and it feels so good to be here in my hometown, where I'll never want to roam. This is my hometown, the old familiar faces, the place where I got started, the place that I call home. Oh, take me back, conductor, won't you take me back today? I've been living in this fairy tale, a place they call L.A. And I miss the smell of the buckwheats, the kettle along the stove. Take me back this minute, for I surely want to go. To my hometown, and it feels so good to be here in my hometown, where I'll never want to roam. This is my hometown, the old familiar faces, the place where I got started, that I call home. This train is bound for Rainbow Town. It stops at the pot of gold, but it's had so many detours. The dream is growing old. Well, I've traveled near and traveled far. There's one thing I have found: happiness lies in my backyard, right here in my hometown. This is my hometown, and it feels so good to be here in my hometown. This is my hometown, the old familiar faces, the place where I got started, the place that I call home.
Is this your hometown? Is Carson your hometown?
No, actually, Reno is.
Oh.
And but I consider Carson my new hometown because since 2011 I've been playing on the street as the traveling troubadour, and you can usually catch me downtown between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. Monday through Friday. You can see me somewhere downtown.
On the corner of Walk and Don't Walk. Right?
Well, it's my contribution to the arts here in Carson, and so it's kind of fun. I have everything is battery operated, and I've got a kind of a neat guitar that has a drum machine in it that kind of makes me sound almost like a full band, which is kind of cool. And a headset and microphone that I'm working. And it's just an awful lot of fun to be out there. And I'm sure you've seen me somewhere along the line. Everybody has probably downtown. The Traveling Troubadour. What a pleasure for me to be here today on your show, Canyon.
Oh, a pleasure to have you.
All right.
This is my hometown. I was born here.
Oh, it is.
I haven't
Wonderful.
lived all my life here. Just the past probably 10 years I've lived here, and I love it. I love the people here. I love the opportunity for music and for the arts. So welcome.
I promote Carson City as the greatest little capital city in the whole wide world.
I agree.
I believe it, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this next song is every entertainer that somewhere in their development has had to play for an empty house.
Not here in the Canyon Club. We've got a full audience here. Woo!
We got 4 people here sitting in the studio today, but this is a song I was playing up at Lake Tahoe one night and a huge snowstorm hit. So, they wanted to cancel everything, but I had a contract, thank God. So, the perfect person came with me that night. That's all I can say. And this is a song that's for her, my first wife, Kathy, and it's called An Audience of One. I wouldn't have an audience if you weren't sitting there. Sometimes it seems there's no one else who ever really cares. And I'm so glad you're with me. Yes, I'm glad you came along. 'Cause you're the only one out there listening to my song. An audience of one, I guess, is better than none. And the sound two hands can make is music to my ears. For without you sitting there in this room full of empty chairs, how could I ever think of reaching number one? The bartender doesn't even know my name. Pouring cocktails is his game. And the waitress, she'll be leaving with him tonight. And the owner's in the back, just reading my contract, searching for a loophole to make this my last night. Oh, an audience of one, I guess, is better than none. The sound two hands can make is music to my ears. Oh, without you sitting there in this room full of empty chairs, how could I ever think of reaching number one? The story's always the same. You sing your songs and then you hope you get paid. And if you're lucky, you just might make a chip or two. But if you're with me tonight, everything's gonna be alright. 'Cause the best chip I could get would be you. Oh, an audience one, I guess, is better than none. And the sound two hands can make is music to my ears. For without you sitting in this room full of empty chairs. How could I ever think of reaching number one? When it's time for the last call, as a bartender makes it all, sing a song that will surely make you cry. As I sing of better times, through it all I'll know that I'm so very lucky that you're here with me tonight. Oh, an audience of one, I guess is better than none. And the sound two hands convey is music to my ear. For without you sitting there in this room full of empty chairs, how could I ever think of reaching number one? Oh, yeah.
All right, the sound of clapping. We do have one empty chair here at the Canyon Club.
Come on down.
Yeah, which is a reminder that we do pre-record every Thursday from noon to 1 here at the KNVC studio at 990 North Minnesota Street. I provide the beer and the chairs. I do. There is no cover charge. I do check IDs at the door. So yeah, come on down to the KNV studios and be part of our live audience. We're hoping to expand to make it a standing room only for the 2020 new year.
Wow, I can't wait. So what's going on next year with you, Canyon?
Breathing in, breathing out on a regular basis.
That's what counts, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be at the Kama Coffee on January 3rd for the Sierra Songwriters Open Mic. So that's my way of starting out the year correctly.
Fantastic.
So, just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
And I think it's time we did some Christmas music here.
Oh, yes.
What do you say? This is one that...
Yes. In fact, I'm very, very thankful that you came to the 8 is In last Friday, because I was looking for someone to do Christmas songs here on the Canyon Club. I did it last year, and I...
Don't you remember that last year we played at 8 is In on Christmas Day?
Yes, I do.
Don't you remember
and,
we were both there, and we took a
yes.
picture by the Viron there at the end? Remember?
Yes.
I've still got it somewhere, I think.
Yes, and you donated a guitar for the 8 is In for anyone who doesn't have a guitar to play at the open mic. You've donated a guitar, and it started to be signed, but it's sharpied all up. So.
You know why I did that? Just so I'd have a guitar every time I go in there. So.
Yes. Once a year, you come in once a year and play that guitar. All right.
Oh, come on, I'm trying to make it more and more these days.
That's all right.
Well, here's one of my Christmas songs, and it's called I Never Had a Christmas Tree. I never had a Christmas tree of my own before. I never thought the dawn could bring the promise of so much more. I never had a Christmas tree of my very own. But I never had you before. I never had a home. A year ago I didn't know casinos lit the brightest Christmas tree. But the shadow that it cast, with memories from an empty past, felt like darkness all around me. I never had a Christmas tree of my own before. I never thought the dawn could bring the promise of so much more. I never had a Christmas tree to call my own, but I never had you before. I never had a home. On that night of my life, I hoped I might find a warm, friendly face. The friends I'd known were all gone, left without a trace. Still I knew inside my heart, someday I'd find someone like you to forget about the past and make the good times last. Someone to make my dreams come true. I never had a Christmas tree of my own before. I never thought the dawn could bring out the promise of so much more. I never had a Christmas tree of my very own, but I never had you before. I never had a home. I never had a Christmas tree of my own before. I never had a Christmas tree of my own before. I never had a Christmas tree of my own before. Thank you. I want to.
It's quite a chore to write a Christmas song.
It's really hard. Have you tried? I mean, I'm sure we all have. It's a tough thing to do. Yeah.
I try and do it in the middle of summer when you really need a Christmas song.
That's a great idea. I'm going to remember that next time. And I have a few more here to share along the way, but and this next one is really special. Imagine a field of snow that's called Soldier's Meadow, and two brothers out there playing in the snow with no idea what their future holds. This song called Soldier's Meadow. My brother Jake and I used to play war games up at Soldier's Meadow, fighting imaginary enemies on battlefields of snow. Farm boy generals on homemade skis. We fought shoulder to shoulder through an army of trees. Up at Soldier's Meadow. With machine gun ski poles, snowball grenades, Jake led the attack on 1,000 crusades, chasing bad guys out of every shadow, and conquering evil on the snowy fields below. Up at Soldier's Meadow. And death was a hero from a TV show. Victory was a fight, blazing trails in the snow. Tomorrow is the enemy, control. But we never lost a battle. A bad soldier medal. Well, grade school games gave way to high school sweethearts. Jake took ROTC, I took music and art. Built a reputation as a fighter and a lover. And I was just proud to be known as his little brother. Took the prettiest girl in school to the senior prom. 6 months later, the Army took him to Vietnam. I listened to the body counts on the radio and remembered our victories. A bad soldier's medal. And death was a hero from a TV show. Victory was a fire blazing, trails in the snow. Tomorrow's the enemy that we couldn't control. But we never lost a battle. A bad soldier's medal. Well, the telegram came on a Sunday morning. Said the attack had come without warning. Yeah, Jake died in Nam all those years ago. But we're still charging the enemy through the snow. A bad soldier medal. Death was a hero from a TV show. Victory was a fire blazing, trails in the snow. Tomorrow was the enemy that we couldn't control. But we never lost a battle. A bad soldier medal. Soldier's medal. Soldier's medal. Thank you. That's a real place in Nevada, and I want to thank David Wren for writing those lyrics to that song. Unfortunately, I did not lose a brother in Vietnam, thank God. My brother was in the Navy, and he's still alive and kicking and skiing every day that he can. My brother Joe. And I want to send a shout out to him.
A shout out to my brother David, also was in the Navy.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
All right. You are listening to the Canyon Club on 95.1 FM, KNVC, Carson Community Radio. This is usually the part of the show where I ask the audience if they would like to hear a song from Chris Kaye, request. Put them on the spot here. Anyone?
Christmas song.
A Christmas song.
Yeah.
All right.
How about the greatest Christmas song ever written that you never heard about?
All right. Hey, that was the one I was going to request. All right.
How about one that talks about history?
Mm-hmm.
How about one that tells a story about World War I?
All right.
And what happened one magic night when there was a truce called and Christmas in the trenches. My name is Francis Tulliver. I come from Liverpool. 2 years ago the war was waiting for me after school. To Belgium and to Flanders, to Germany, to here. I fought for king and country I loved dear. It was Christmas in the trenches, where the frost so bitter hung. The frozen fields of France were still, no Christmas songs were sung. Families back in England were toasting us that day, their brave and glorious lads so far away. I was lying with my messmate on the cold and rocky ground when across the lines of battle came a most peculiar sound. Says I, now listen up, me boy, as each soldier strained to hear one young German voice sang out so clear. He's singing bloody well, you know. My partner says to me, soon one by one each German voice join in harmony. The cannons rested silent, the gas cloud rolled no more, as Christmas brought us respite from the war. As soon as they were finished, a reverent pause was spent. God rest ye merry gentlemen, struck up some lads from Kent. The next they sang was still enough to silent night, says I, and in two tongues one song filled up that sky. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. There's someone coming towards us. The frontline sentry cried. All lights were fixed on one lone figure trudging from their side. His truce flag like a Christmas star shone on that plain so bright as he bravely strode unharmed into the night. Then one by one on either side walked into no man's land with neither gun nor bayonet. They met there hand in hand. They shared some secret brandy and wished each other well. And in a flare-lit soccer game, we gave them hell. We traded cigarettes, chocolates, and photographs. From home, these sons and fathers far away, and families of their own. Young Sanders played his squeeze box. They had a violin. This curious and unlikely band of men. Oh, Tannenbaum, thy boughs are everlasting. Oh, Christmas tree, how loyal are your needles. Soon daylight stole upon us, and France was France once more. With sad farewells, we each began to settle back to war. But the question haunted every heart that lived that wondrous night: whose family have I fixed within my sights? It was Christmas in the trenches, where the frost so bitter hung. The the frozen fields of France were warmed, the songs of peace were sung. For the walls they kept between us to exact the work of war had been crumbled and were gone forevermore. Yes, my name is Francis Tolliver. In Liverpool I dwell. Each Christmas come since World War I. I've learned its lessons well, that the ones who call the shots won't be among the dead and lame. And on each end of the rifle, we're the same. Yes, on each end of the rifle, we are the same. We are the Oh, what a wonderful song. It was so hard for me to learn that song. I can't tell you how many times I sang it and I couldn't get through it because the tears swelled up in my eyes. So
the wonderful thing about radio is you can't see me crying. That was beautiful. It reminds me of that saying, what if they gave a war and nobody came?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got a perfect song for you if we're going to do war songs. Last night I had the strangest dream I've never had before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I dreamed I saw the mighty room, and the room was filled with men, and the papers they were signing said they'd never fight again. And when the papers were all signed, and a million copies made, they all joined hands and bowed their heads, and grateful prayers were prayed. The people in the streets below were dancing round and round, and guns and swords and uniforms were scattered on the ground. Last night I had the strangest dream I'd never had before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war.
Amen.
Oh, Ed McCurdy wrote that one many, many years ago. And the last time I heard that song sung was by the Kingston Trio. I went down and saw them down in Southport, down in Las Vegas a couple years ago, because two of my friends from the original band I played in, the Manzanita Jungle, are now members of the Kingston Trio. So,
Very well.
wow.
So tell us, Chris, how can we find you on social media? Do you have?
Well, everything I've released is on CD Baby.
Okay.
You'll find most of my Americana songs on my CD called Americana Man, because I use that as my pseudonym. And there are so many Chris's out there, so many Chris Kays or Chris Kane or Chris. I use the pseudonym Americana Man for that one. And
Okay.
you know, we all have a chance to do one album in our lifetime. For me, that was it. 15 amazing songs. It's been out since 2009, and just the royalties continue to keep flowing in.
All right. So we can find it on CD Baby.
That's where it starts, but it's all over the internet, just under Americana Man.
Okay. And
Yes.
then where else can we find you? Nevada Trails?
Yes, I just did a Nevada Trail show in a what with my friend Michael J. Smith, producer, and that's airing right now on Carson Public Access TV here in town, channel 193.
Okay. I think I'll be doing a show next month
Wonderful.
for that. Yeah.
Wonderful. And that's one thing we do have in common is Michael J. Smith. What a
Yes.
great guy.
Yes, I agree.
You know. Right.
A fan of local. A fan of local.
Local people, yes.
Yes.
We're still doing Christmas songs, I guess. This is one of mine. I did this the other night at A to Zen, and I had everybody doing Snow Angels in their seats.
Oh, right.
Remember this one? So, it's called Sweet Snow Angel. Sweet snow angel, with your wounded wing, come and sit here beside my fire. Sweet snow angel, you had a troubled journey, and I know you must be tired. There's no need to worry. I'm gonna make everything alright. Oh, I'm standing here right beside you, like a sentinel in the night. Sweet snow angel, I've been feeling lonely, standing here in the rain. Sweet snow angel, I'm in your halo's glow. Now I won't be the same again. There's no need to worry. I'm gonna make everything alright. Oh, I'm standing here right beside you, just like a sentinel in the night. The break of day with the morning sky, I'll mend your wings and you will fly away. But tonight while you're so close to me, I forget how it's supposed to be. Sweet snow angel, you're the perfect angel, the vision of what's beautiful to me. Sweet snow angel, I could never change you, for I know you must be free. There's no need to worry. I'm gonna make everything alright. Oh, I'm standing here right beside you, just like a sentinel in the night. Sweet snow angel, sweet snow angel, sweet snow angel. Oh yeah, thank you. All right. Well, I thought I'd do at least one cover song today, and this is one I learned from my family for the holidays. I already did it at Thanksgiving. It was a huge hit, so I hope they'll bring me back for an encore when I play on Christmas night for my 9 brothers and sisters in Reno.
Wow. Wow.
They're not all there, but they've got so many kids and relatives. It's just a zoo when we all get together. And there's a big, huge Kaye family wedding coming up again in January, looking forward to, and my son will be there for that one. So there's a light that glows by the front door. Don't forget the keys under the mat. Childhood stars shine, always stay humble and kind. Go to church, as your mama says to. Visit Grandpa every chance that you can. It won't be wasted time. Always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. And when the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride. Always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Difference between sleeping with someone and sleeping with someone you love. I love you ain't no pickup line, so always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please and say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. And when those dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Mexico. Shut off the AC and roll the windows down. Let that summer sun shine, and always stay humble and kind. Don't take for granted the love this life gives you. And when you get where you're going, don't forget to turn around and help the next one in line. And always stay humble, always stay humble, always stay humble and kind. And the guitar pick that is not supposed to break just broke. What else is new?
All right.
That's all we always have a million of them here. All
Hey,
right.
Chris, where can, if someone wants to find you to hire you or find out where you're playing, where can they do that?
Well, I am in the phone book in Carson under Chris Kaye, but also the easiest way to remember is my phone number, 775-885-8212, or online it's Chris K Pro at Gmail. And gosh, I'd love to hear from you out there. You bet. And hey, I'm available for my bar mitzvahs. I love to do, you know what I really love to play? Is campouts, sitting by the campfire.
Oh, campfires.
And I am maybe one of the best campfire singles you'll ever. Of course, I should be blowing my own horn.
Oh, wait, let me do that. You are a wonderful singer, songwriter, musician. This is the first time I've listened to you for more than 2 or 3 songs, and you have that Jim Croce kind of vibe to you. And
I like him. I always liked him.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And that's what you remind me of it. And if you get a chance, come out and see Chris on the corner of Walk and Don't Walk somewhere on North Carson Street. And what you don't get from him on the radio is that he sings with a big smile on his face. And that's really, really joyful to see. We have time for one more song for you, Chris. What do you have one more song for us? Or you want to?
You know, I've always got one more.
All right.
And I've got one called Play One More.
All right.
And this was written by Tim Gore-Langton. I was telling you earlier that he's one of my buddies that's now in the Kingston Trio. This is one we did many, many years ago with the Manzanita Jungle, and it's called Play One More. Play one more, the song we used to sing. Play it again, like all the times before. And let it be, just like it always used to be. Play one more, then I'll have to go. And I'll remember all the good times that we've had. I'll remember the good times, forget about the bad. Let me see the smiles upon your faces. Let me hear you singing like before. I don't know when I'll see you all again. I'll play one more, then I'll have to go. And I'll remember all the good times that we've had. I'll remember the good times, forget about the bad. one last round. Let me buy it for you. This one's on me. It's time for just one more. Hold it high, and we'll think of all the times gone by. I'll play one more, and I'll have to go. And I'll remember the good times that we've had. I'll remember the good times and forget about the past. Play one more, the song we used to sing. Play it again, like all the times before. And let it be just like it always used to be. I'll play one more, then I'll have to go. I'll play one more, and then I'll have to go. Thank you so much. Remember Chris Kaye, the Traveling Troubadour, a Chris Kaye production. Brought to you as a public service on the streets of Carson, just by me. I'll see you out there, Carson. I love you. Chris Kaye, the Traveling Troubadour, signing off.
Thank you, Chris Kaye, for being our Christmas, doing our Christmas show today.